Hello everybody. I am going to preface this by saying I am pre-recording this. When you see this, I will be actually off for the week and I'm going to be at my parents' house. That's where I've been spending some of my time when I've been off, as I don't love spending it alone in my condo. So yes, I am welcoming you on in. I'm going to be doing a cash stuffing for my mid-November pay. I am a bi-weekly paid employee, so I do this every 2 weeks just to keep me on track. So yes, welcome. I hope you are all doing well. I want to say a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. I am so thankful to be over 300. You do not know how much that really means to me. I want to get to 500 next so that I can do another giveaway. So if you could share my video and send this out into the YouTube world, I'm hoping to get to 500. And if you are new, please consider subscribing, as you can't win a giveaway if you're not subscribed. So yes, we are going to count out the money. We're going to be putting it towards a few sinking funds. We're going to be dealing with some grocery money, some eating out, some spending money, and we have some prop money because that money just gets transferred online, and we do have some real money. So yes, all right, we will start out and we will count up the money and we will get into it. So I hope everybody is doing well. It is already going to be the middle basically of November when you're watching this. I have no idea where the year went. If somebody knows, please let me know. So I have two $50 placeholders because we're going to be dealing with that in a little bit. And these 50s always throw me off, so I'm just going to set that off to the side for now. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. So I do apologize. I am filming this at night, so my brain might just be... I do apologize if I do screw up. So I'm just going to put that into my calculator. 180 plus the 50, and we have 10, 20, and these are 10s are super crispy. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I don't think I've ever had dollar bills, $10 bills, $5 bills that are that crispy. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40 in 5s, and 350. That is correct. I just have my sheet off to the side that I track all of that information on. If my nails look a little, they're getting done in a few days, so just please ignore them. Definitely needing them to be done. So, but I had to wait because my esthetician was gone to Mexico for over 4 weeks. So yes, I am going to start out by putting some money into some sinking funds. So most of them are probably going to be in this one binder. I'm not going to be bringing out any other binders right now, but that's okay. I am going to be putting $15 into my hair sinking fund. I did pull this money out early. I am getting it done, but I wanted to pull the money out just so that I could have it in my wallet to pay for my appointment. So we are starting to work towards another appointment, which I have no idea when it will be, but because I go between every 9 to 11 weeks, I'm going to guess, just based on thinking how much we have left in the year, probably in like mid-January most likely. So we got 15 today, and that is what it's at. So that's good. Again, nails, ignore them. They're going to be done. Again, I'm getting that nail appointment. I just pulled the money out early because I need to have it in my wallet so I can pay for that. And it's getting 15 as well. And we have 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So that's good. And then we are going to beauty, which is going to get 20, and I did spend a little bit of money out of here as the Sephora sale has been on, and I wanted one item. My sister wanted me to order her a few things, so my item was just around $15. It wasn't very expensive, and then I did pay for hers as well, and she did pay me back. So we have 25 in there, but I do still have a $50 gift card for Sephora. I didn't really see anything else that I wanted to buy, so that's why it's still in there. And I didn't really want to use the gift card because I most likely will use the gift card for like one more expensive purchase. So clothes is getting skipped. Technology's gonna get a little something today. Kind of got ignored for a little bit there, but you know what? That is part of budgeting. Not everything can always get all the money all the time, unless of course you have a very big budget, which I do not. It's just a reality. So in technology, we have $300 in the bank. So we have that in placeholders, and we have 10 and 20. So that's good. I am making technology a priority again for next year, and just putting a little bit of money almost every single paycheck, I think, just to keep kind of boosting it up. So next up is pets, which is a future pet. If you've been around a while, you know that I am looking to purchase a different place to move to in probably 2026 or 2027, as I'm not allowed to have any pets where I currently live. I live in a condo, and they do not allow any pets of any variety. I knew that going into it, and I'm really wanting a pet. I am a dog person. I'm wanting to get a dog, and I'm just realizing, because I work from home a lot, and if you've never been around here, I do work from home. I do go into the office one day a week, but living by myself, I don't have the biggest social life, and so I'm finding this is like a really important thing to me. So this is going to be getting money until the end of the year, and it is going to be a line item in my budget. I want to be a responsible pet owner, so I want to have enough money for any sort of upfront costs that are associated. Obviously, if I get a puppy, even a dog, they still require regular vaccines, of course. I'm lucky my family, we've had pets before, so there's crates and pens and things like that I can borrow for, for a little while anyway. So I don't have to worry about that. But of course, there's like things like leashes and pet licenses and food and all of that stuff. So I just want to be a responsible pet owner. So it is getting 50 today, and each little icon on my little tracker is 20. So it gets crossed off with 2, and I do have $500 in the bank. So yes, I will not get a pet until I really feel like it is good for me to do financially, not just emotionally. Home is getting skipped. Gifts is getting skipped. Giving is going to get some money. I did make a donation to our local... Yes, it was our local food bank. I was just trying to remember. I donate to a few different charities that I enjoy supporting. So I just had to remember which one it was. So, sorry, I felt like I had to burp. In giving, it has 10, 20, 30, 40. And now is sort of the time of the season where I feel like more people are in the giving thought process, but I like to kind of give throughout the year. But I know for a lot of people, I know times are really tough. While I don't have a huge amount of money, I am blessed to have what I have, and also not just have what I have, but have family that is very supportive. So that is why I choose to donate. So next up is emergency, which is going to get the first prop bill, because it is getting 50. So sorry, placeholder prop. So in emergency, it has 1,000, 200, 350. And this tracker is, and again, I use everything I use is always linked down below. These are some amazing creators, so please go check them out. This is from Iris Budgets. It's a custom one she made for me. Each icon is 10, and my next goal is to save another 1,000. So I think I might have used the green last time, so I'm just gonna look for a different. I don't know if this purple will show up or not. Yeah, it kind of does. So we're going to cross off 5 here. So I've been thinking about my 2026 goals, putting some goals down. I'll probably discuss that in December once I kind of get a good finalization in my brain of what I want to do, but continuing to save up for emergency. I think my next goal is going to actually be get it up to 3K for next year. Let's knock on wood that it won't need to be used for anything, but that's going to be my goal. So again, in emergency, it has $13.50 in there. I am treating it like a bill, so every time I do my budget, there's certain categories that always get money, and emergency is one of them. And I really, for me anyways, the way my brain works, I really need to do it like that, and I'm going to continue to do that. So next up is another binder. This is my month ahead binder, which is not really a true month ahead binder in the sense that I think a lot of people do month aheads. I am, like I say, I'm planning on moving. What I want to do is, well, my ultimate goal would be to be able to purchase my new place and then sell my old one. But in order to do that, I know that some expenses are going to probably increase for that little bit of duration. And what I want to do is be able to pull on this money to help pay for some bills and not have to just rely on my paycheck, if that makes sense. So I should have this, the first go around, the first month saved up by the end of the year, and hopefully getting started on the next one. But it is going to get the other prop money. Why do I keep saying that? It's placeholder. It is getting the $50 placeholder, and this is for mortgage. And so it has $5.50 in there, and I am going to have to use a calculator for this because it's in... each icon is $30.50, which is 18. And so we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and 18. So we are almost finished, which is super awesome. We only need $60 to go, and it will get... This is another sort of non-negotiable that I put in my budget. Mortgage will be fully funded by the end of the month. And then after that, we are going to work on buffer. And I believe I set buffer at 100. And then we will start again. So then, yeah, we'll start again with we sort of are snowballing it. So I'm starting with the smallest amount and then working my way up. So then we'll move on to cell phone, gas, etc. But that is super exciting. I'm so happy with the progress being made in there. All right, next up, I'm going to be dealing with my grocery money, my eating out money, and my spending money. So we'll just figure that out, and then we're going to be doing a few different things with that. So in grocery money, we have 4 20s, 1 10, and 2 5s. Eating out has a 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s, and spending is 3 20s, a 10, and 2 5s. Okay, so if you've been around, you know what I'm going to do next. But if you're not, I am saving money because I am going to need surgery in next year. I don't know when it's happening. I had surgery this past June. They did the one side. They need to do the other side. They can't do the both sides at the same time. Otherwise, I would have no use of my arms whatsoever. And of course, that's not a good situation. So I will be on disability when that occurs because I will not have enough sick time built up to cover that. I'm hoping to have almost a full month of sick time built up, so hopefully it will only be 2 months, but I was off this last time 3 months. I was very lucky that I had enough sick time built up. I've been at my current role for almost 15 years now, so I've built up sick time over a very long period, and I was able to just be paid at my full regular pay, but that will not be the case the next time. So I am trying to save up $1,000 that will help cover sort of a gap. And when that surgery occurs, I'm not going to be doing a ton of savings challenges. I'm still going to be prioritizing things like my emergency and my month ahead. And I'll need some grocery money because I was drinking a lot of protein drinks when I was off this last time. I know I might need some spending money for like some meds. I might, we'll see. I might, like want to pay for a meal out if, my mom and my dad or I go out. So yeah, there's going to be things that are going to be spent, but it's going to be more scaled back. And I didn't want to use my emergency fund for when that happened. So I'm saving up $1,000. And if I don't need the full 1,000, that's fantastic. I'll then add it to something like my emergency fund. But yes, I want to have some money I can draw on. So we are saving it up in this iris binder, and they are so gorgeous. I actually have another one that I will be using next year for something else. You'll see that come 2026, but I've already completed this binder once. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing a couple savings challenges to put money into here. And my goal again is to get this up to another 500. So I have 1,000, but I did have some money in here from a Poshmark sale. So there's actually $30 in here. I had 2 sales that I had. So I'm just going to set that money off to the side for now. But what we are doing with my eating out and my spending money is we are going to be playing a game, and then we're going to play a different game with my grocery money. So this is Hit or Miss. This is 1970s classic TV. This is from Bella over at Saving Made Simple. She makes a whole bunch of these. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you will have seen other ones. They are so amazing, and I'm going to scratch off 2 of them. If I've seen the show, I will save 5. If I have not, I will save 10. So we actually only have 5 left. So I am just going to, and I'm just trying to find where my quarter went because I don't have a scratching tool. And so yeah, we're using a lovely quarter, but I'm just gonna, oh, you know what? I will roll a die. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first show, Starsky and Hutch. Definitely have not seen any of those episodes. I have not even seen the movie that they did. Was it Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson? I can't remember. I think it was like the mid-2000s. I've never even seen that movie either. So I will save $10 from one of those categories. And guess what? I dropped my quarter. So that's great. And it's under my desk. And so we are just going to roll the die. And I am just going to grab out another coin. I'm in a room that I keep my dimes and nickels in, because then I roll them, but you will never see that on camera. So I will have to grab that quarter later. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Darn quarter rolling under there. Okay. Wonder Woman. Definitely have not seen any of the episodes. I know who Linda Carter is. I know what Wonder Woman is. Again, I've never even seen the movie remakes with Gal Gadot. If you have, let me know down below. I would love to know, but definitely have not seen either one of these shows. And I kind of suspected I probably wouldn't. Given that they are from the 1970s. So we are going to be saving $10 from each category. And okay, all right, so we have 3 left on there, which is great. So for eating out, and this is for 2 weeks, by the way, it will go into my purse, but it has 20, 30, 35, and 40. And for spending, and I am a spender by nature, so I give myself more than other people do. And I am debt-free. I'm consumer debt-free, in case you are new. And so I don't feel too bad about giving myself more spending money. I am a spender by nature. There will be times where I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, and then there's times where I want to. So that's why I do give myself spending money. So we have 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70 going into my purse. And we are going to be doing a little challenge for my grocery money. And so this is a different challenge. This is just Roll It Light, and this is from Jen at Budgets and Dreams. And I play this a similar way to Iris does when she plays this. Sorry, I had to burp. But I roll and times it by 5. She typically times it by 10, but I times it by 5. So yes, we will see. And then this will go into the binder as well. So 2. I'm just going to find a pen that will mark. So we do not actually have a 2. So let's see. 3. We do have a 3 on here. So we are only having kind of big numbers left. So that's kind of interesting. So that is okay though. It's going towards something that is definitely needed. So for grocery money, I have 20, 40, 60, 85, which should be good because I'm going to be at my parents' for a week. And I do bring a little bit of food, and also then I know I'll need to stock up on some fresh veg. I just recently stocked up on some dairy that will be okay for a while. So typically I would put it into this little mini savings challenge, and it only needed 25 to be finished. So I'm just going to put that here. So, oh no, it only needed 20. Okay. I know I'm going to be all chaotic with this, and just bear with me. Okay, so that needed 20 to save up for the first 50. Okay, and then from leftover from the challenges, as well as my lovely Poshmark sales, we have 20, 30, 45. Okay, so you know what? I am actually just going to set this off to the side. I do have a placeholder in here because I'm representing the 500 that is already in the bank. I'm just going to take Jen's challenge. So we are marking off 95 in this binder, but let's see where we're going to mark it off. So, and then I'll just clean it off and start it again. So we have 15. If I can just maybe even get this first row done, that would be kind of good. That's actually really impressive. I'm actually quite happy that I have this much money already, because if I could get a third of the way done in this binder by the end of the year, or if not half, that would be pretty much like ideal, because then I will hopefully not have to take too long into the new year to then get it finished. Okay, and that's a 20, that's a 10. Okay, so let's just go back to the front of the binder. And so we did a 15, a 20, a 5, a 15, a 10, a 5. Should have marked them off first. Bear with me. If you got to this, if you have made it to this point, leave me a nail emoji. So we have a 20 marked off. Okay, they're not like in order. Oh, no, that's 15. 15, 20, 5, 15, 10, 5, 15, and then a 10. Yes, because I had to skip the 20 because I didn't have a 20. Okay, that's right. That is awesome. I will clean this off and I will restart this for the next time that I do my paycheck stuffing, which will be towards the end of November. So yes, the money is all gone. Money has to go into my wallet, but I appreciate you being here so much. I will, I believe my next video you will see will be my savings challenge video. And again, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Come join me on this journey. I want to get to 500 subscribers. And if you're subscribed, you have a chance to win. So yes, I will catch you on that savings challenge video. Bye, everybody.